It's the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. He is Nathanael Arthurs. The Jimmy Stewart Air Show is coming up this weekend. On the line with us this morning, R.J. Gritter, who is going to be flying in with a unique act, to say the least. Good morning to both of you. R.J., good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us here today.
Good morning.
Nathanael, good morning to you.
Good morning, Todd. Good morning, RJ.
Nathanael, do us the favor of introducing RJ and what he does.
Okay, RJ Gritter is an aerobatic pilot. He is the son of a test pilot, and his mother was a flight instructor, so he's been in the cockpit pretty much all of his life, and he started doing aerobatics in the age of 16 with RC models. But he's flying a decathlon, and also he's flying a Piper Cub, which is part of the comedy routine that you'll see at the airport this year.
A comedy show. By the way, our conversation brought to you by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. So people are always looking for their angle for these air shows. RJ, seems like you found a unique one.
I've found a couple of unique ones. Yeah, I as Nathaniel said, I kind of grew up flying and really got into RC flying and traveled the world competing with remote-controlled airplanes, and one day said, you know what, I've got to get off the ground and back in the airplane and do this for real. So I love nothing more than hanging upside down in the airplane and doing loops and rolls. It's like the best roller coaster you can imagine because you can control it and do whatever you want.
I'm guessing that you didn't have to say, now, where would I go to learn how to do this, with a mom who's a flight instructor and a dad who's a test pilot?
No, I think I came out of the womb knowing how to fly. I made my first flight when I was just a month or two old with them. So it was great learning to fly growing up. It was amazing.
Yeah. Were they pretty exacting, making sure that young RJ didn't get a little bit too big for his britches?
Yeah, a little bit. Although, I don't know, they were pretty nurturing and just kind of let me come along as I was interested and adapt to it myself.
So tell me about a comedy show done in the air. This is, as we said, not only unique, but it has to have some pretty high-tech coordination, doesn't it?
You know, it's a little bit the opposite. It's kind of a low-tech show. I'm flying an old Piper Cub from 1946. Harkens back kind of to the real golden days of the start of general aviation. Mm-hmm. Very simple airplane, but an act that takes a whole lot of practice. And, you know, I don't want to spoil it too much. I don't want to give away the point of the act, but I'd love for you all to come out and take a look and enjoy it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Sounds like a lot of fun indeed. Tell me about putting it together. Did it take a long time for you to come up with the concept, and do you have to refine it from time to time?
I do kind of refine it from show to show. To say that the concept for the act has actually been around a while. I live here in Virginia and fly with the Flying Circus, and it's the longest running air show in the world as far as we know for about, I think, 51 years now. Every Sunday through the summer we do an air show here. And years ago, Charlie Culp was the original flying farmer here, and he flew a comedy act in his Piper Cub. And others have followed in his footsteps, and now it's been my turn to take the reins. But, you know, I've adapted the act to my style, and it's just a lot of fun.
Sounds like it. Sounds like you have a great time with it. Nathanael, where did you come across RJ?
Through our air boss, David Schultz, and Scott Francis, who was a past performer who was here. That's how I was able to be connected with him. So, Yep.
And you like what you see, obviously.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to spoil it. Like RJ said, it's a great act, and you just definitely got to come out. It's this Saturday and Sunday. You can get tickets online if you buy tickets in advance at our local shops here at Luxembourg, 700 shop, all the Delaney dealerships, Mark Arbuckle Nissan, the Indiana County Tourist Bureau, the Indiana County Airport, and if you're outside the area down in Katanning, at the 700 shop in Katanning and Greensburg and Latrobe area, you can get them at Star Chevrolet, Nissan down there. But tickets are now $10 in advance if you buy them, but at the day of the door, they're going to be $15, so you want to get them quick.
Yeah.
And this all couldn't happen without the Indiana County Center for Economic Operation affiliates and our sponsors and all of our volunteers. Mm-hmm. So we're very grateful for everything because this is a total 150 volunteered to make this happen. And without that, we could not make it happen. So we're very thankful for everybody's participation in this. And it's our community event, and it's a great thing to kick off. This past weekend, we had a little flyby with some T6s to honor our first responders and our essential workers over at the Mack Park Fairground kickoff, the Mack Park celebration. If you guys saw that, that was just a little teaser of what's going to happen for the air show. So
yeah.
Yep.
Good stuff. Hey, RJ, how many weekends out of a year are you on the road or in the air?
It varies. Normally, say 10 to 12. Over the summer, I travel quite a bit. Last year put a big damper on that. I didn't get to travel a single time. We had our shows here at the circus, but otherwise everything else was canceled. So I'm very excited that everyone can get back out, come out to the show, and get out of the house and really enjoy it this year.
Yeah, makes you appreciate it. How many events have you done this year?
This will actually be the first one away from home here. I've got 5 or 6, but we're just getting a late start to the season. So I'm excited. This will be my first show.
All right, cool. And you're going to fly up when?
We'll be up either Thursday evening or first thing Friday morning. We'll be there for some practice Friday, and then sounds like we've got some fun activities planned around the airport for Friday, so we can't wait.
When you come to these shows, I'm sure you see a lot of the same people that you see at other shows, flyers who have their own special acts. That's a pretty close-knit community, isn't it?
It is. We call it the Air Show family. We love getting together and seeing each other on the weekends and getting to fly together and just kind of sit around and tell flying stories.
Yeah, you swap notes a little bit?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we all help each other out. It's a very, very collaborative community.
Yeah, and I'm interested in the plane because you said it's a 1946 Piper Cub. Those were brand new then, weren't they?
They were. They were. It's amazing. Back then, I think when my airplane was new, it was bought for only $2,000. I can't even imagine these days.
And I think they were made up in Lock Haven, were they not? Lock Haven, Pennsylvania, if I recall.
Yes, sir. I believe so. And in fact, just a week or two ago, they have a big fly-in at Lock Haven called Sentimental Journey, where probably hundreds of Cubs fly back to Lock Haven as kind of an annual pilgrimage.
Sort of like the Swallows in Capistrano.
Say again?
It's sort of like the Swallows in Capistrano.
Exactly.
The Piper Cubs in Lock Haven.
I haven't made it up there for that yet, but I need to at some point.
Have you researched? Have you researched the actual airplane that you fly to learn its history?
Not yet. I really need to. In fact, so I've been flying a borrowed airplane that I was borrowing from Kirk Wicker, who also flew this act for many years. And just days ago, finally bought my own Cub. And so I'm pretty excited to kind of go back and learn its history. I have the logs from day one and from the day it was first sold from the factory. So I'm really interested to go see where it's been in its life.
Well, now that being the case, when you fly your new old Piper Cub, as opposed to the plane that you've been flying, do you notice differences in the way the planes handle, like we might notice the difference in the way a car handles?
Absolutely. Yeah, each one can be the exact same model, same setup, but they all have their own little personality. And I've flown quite a number of Cubs. Some are very different, and I'm pretty lucky this one is very similar to Kirk's airplane, flies very nicely, has a real strong engine, lots of power. And I found that out before I decided to get it. I flew it and said, "Oh, this is the one. This feels fantastic."
And then you're also flying a Belanca decathlon. Am I saying that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. And you have your surface waiver, so that means you can scrape the runway with your wings, or what does that mean?
That's true. I try not to scrape anything on the ground too much. But yeah, I can fly all the way down to the ground. It's a Belanca, 1977 Belanca decathlon, and it was designed kind of as an aerobatic trainer. It's the airplane that many people first learn aerobatics in. So it kind of looks like a Cessna. It's a high-wing, 2-seat little airplane, but it's capable of a whole lot more than you would think. So loops, rolls, pretty much any aerobatics you can imagine.
So RJ, right before you got on, Todd was very interested in becoming a wing walker, and would this be an airplane that he would jump on for the first time, you think?
This probably wouldn't be the one. Normally we wing walk on biplanes, usually a Stearman biplane.
Well, he's willing to take that risk.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. You're just going to have to hold on real tight.
I have full and total confidence in you, RJ.
Hey, I've got confidence in you too. The only rule is if you're going to fall off, just don't. Just hold on and don't fall.
Oh, I thought it was
that's all there is to it.
No cell phones on the flight and no chewing gum, right?
That's important too.
Yeah.
As long as I remember that one rule, I think I should be all right.
It served everyone else really well so far.
He's RJ Gritter. He's going to be here this weekend for the Jimmy Stewart Air Show. Nathanael Arthurs will as well, of course. And Nathanael, you're actually going to come back here tomorrow with another of our pilots who he's actually flying in today.
He's flying in today. Jerry Conley with the Vampire Jet. So look to the skies about 11 o'clock-ish. When you're in flying, you always got to go around weather. So you'll hear a roar. He's going to buzz the town a little bit. And RJ, we welcome you also to wake up the neighbors when you come in. And then wave the wings at Todd. He's on the corner of 9th and Philadelphia Street. Just wave those wings when you come right down Main Street here. So
yeah.
You got it. We'll come say hi just a little bit slower than Jerry and the Vampire.
Okay, a little bit.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You know Jerry?
I do, yeah. We've flown quite a few shows together. He's great, and his show with the Vampire is very cool. Everyone should come check it out.
So we'll have vampire teeth on tomorrow morning.
There you go. We're liking it.
Anyway.
We're liking it. RJ, thanks for joining us. We appreciate
Thanks,
it.
RJ. Thanks, Todd.
Have a good one.
See you this weekend. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160.